Okay, so I'm having a really bizarre problem right now. I'm just gonna show you. If I right now, I'm gonna plug this in, turn it back on, and yeah, it seems to have gotten a startup signal from when I pressed the button before. The graphics card is running, but the monitors aren't turning on. Everything's plugged in correctly. We already checked the wires. Um, I guess I sent it the startup signal before I plugged it back in, which is kind of odd. Um, so a weird thing is I've noticed, in addition to this, I'm just gonna force shut this off because I have no idea what screen it's on. Okay, it's off now. Now this Focusrite is plugged directly into the USB 2.0 ports. Now if I turn this off, I'm killing power, I'm letting it power cycle. Now this is still on, so I thought to myself, well, it must be because it's still plugged into the wall. So I pull this out, I take power completely away from the system, and it's still on. It still has phantom power. Now if I unplug it, it doesn't have any power of its own. It's entirely running off of USB. And when I plug it back in, if I can find the port, it has phantom power. Now I don't understand this. Maybe somebody can explain this to me, how a USB device plugged into a computer with no power source is getting power. I'm figuring that might be, unless the power supply has a reserve in capacitors. I'm not sure how exactly power supplies work. And now I didn't put this computer together myself. This was done by somebody else, so I don't know the internals. I have the spec sheet, of course, but I don't know how it was put together. And I definitely don't have a degree. I don't have a background in computer hardware, so I'm not sure. Maybe this is totally explainable, but it has no power coming to it, and yet this device has power. Now I'm going to unplug it. The last time we did this power cycle, it worked to fix the problem. The monitors came back on. Now I'm going to turn that back on. And was hoping it was going to work, but still nothing. So perhaps it's the GPU. It seems to be getting power because it has lights and the fans are running, but I'm just not sure if it's enough power to run the monitors, which it has no problem with. Now, some background, we brought this computer to Illinois. We live in New Jersey, and we have pretty decent power supply, but we went to a house that had a lot of machinery hooked into the garage. Now when we plugged it in, it would start booting up, but would instantly shut down, like power would just be killed. And we're sort of assuming here that because of all the machinery plugged into the house, that there just wasn't enough power throughput to power the whole computer and power a GTX 1060. I'm assuming it was the 1060 that was having the problems. Now these fans are running. They shouldn't be running right now because there's no graphics running, unless it's trying to connect to the monitors and failing. It doesn't normally run when the computer is starting up like this. This is both HDMI and DisplayPort. Both of them are not working. My Oculus, which is also plugged in, is also not working. I have 4 devices plugged in right now, including that TV, which doesn't work currently. It's possible that the TV is actually let's test this. The TV had a resolution change which broke its connection to. Now I'm going to unplug this. That's the TV. We still have nothing. I'm going to power cycle it again. Now I just want to get as much information on possible on camera so I can share this. So let's power cycle this. Again, those fans are running. They should not be running. Oh, didn't hold it long enough. Okay, we're off. I mean, I normally would not do this to a computer, but I have no choice. I don't have a screen. I don't know what's on the screen. All right. I don't know if it's maybe a blue screen of death on a driver failure or anything like that. So we're plugged back in. Let's give it a boot. Nothing. So it's not, this one's not on for some reason. What's going on here? Oh no, it is on. Let's see, it's on. It's just not receiving a signal. So yeah, if someone with experience with this could give me a clue as to what's going on, that would be wonderful. Yeah, I'm just not quite sure what's going on here. All right.